Yo, my wonderful viewers! Welcome to episode 10 and the final episode of the first section of this game. Not sure yet if I'll do other rules for Pokemon who have failed or if I'll do generations 2 or 3, but for now we're sticking with what we've got. This episode we're featuring Porygon, the fossil Pokemon, Omastar, Kabutops, and Aerodactyl, Snorlax, the legendary birds, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, Dragonite, Mewtwo, and Mew. If any of the evolved forms make it through though, we may look at the earlier stages, if I think they have a chance. Otherwise, we won't. Here are the rules. Check them out if you don't know them. Maybe pause the screen if you really want to, and let's jump right in.
Porygon, the digital duck Pokemon. This Pokemon has the ability Trace. Trace is replaced by the opponent's ability when the ability holder enters battle. We will now battle our rival, using Tackle to defeat his Pokemon. Porygon has the following attacks: Tackle, Conversion, and Conversion 2. Tackle is a normal type attack with a base power of 35 with no secondary effect. It has a 95% chance to hit. From Bulbapedia, Conversion changes the user's type to match the type of one of the user's moves. Conversion is unable to copy the type of a move that matches any of the Pokemon's current types. If all moves match any of the Pokemon's current types, Conversion will fail. Conversion 2 will randomly change the user's type to any type that either resists or is immune to the type of the last damaging move it was hit by. We now battle the Weedle owned by bug catcher Sammy. Against this Weedle, we use Tackle repeatedly until we defeat the insect. The final battle is with gym leader Brock. He releases a level 12 Geodude. Brock's Geodude knocks 2 attacks, Tackle and Defense Curl. Porygon uses Conversion 2, transforming into the rock type to become resistant to Geodude's tackles. But this approach is futile, chances of victory 0%. Error, 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 error. Abort. Abort. Abort.
I haven't played with Omastar very much. I usually choose Kabutops. I like Omastar, or Omastar. Omastar? Oh my gosh, I'm actually not sure. Is it Omastar or Omastar? Omastar? I'm gonna go with Omastar. Kinda like, Omanyte? Kinda like Omanyte. Yeah, Ammonite. Ammonite. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna go with Omastar. I like Omastar, and I do hope it can get past Brock. Let's see what moves it has. Oh, this will be a freaking cinch. Bite and Water Gun. Withdraw's not bad, but I'm sure we won't need it in this section of the game. A few bites were all we needed against the rival's Bulbasaur. Got pretty lucky with those flinches too. Okay, we'll pick up a couple of items on the way to the second mandatory trainer, Bug Catcher Sammy and his level 9 Weedle. There are a few other items that we'll skip, like a potion and a Pokeball, but screw it. I don't think we'll need them. Let's just get Sammy over with. First, we're going to spray the worm, then we'll bite it, and pretty quickly and easily we'll finish Weedle off. And Brock's actually going to be just about as fast. All we need is 1 Water Gun against Geodude and 2 against his Onix, and we're through! I don't know yet what Kabutops gets move-wise, but hopefully we'll get something good against Brock's team. Maybe an Absorb or something like that. Well, let's go see. Kabutops is so dang cool. Since a kid, it's been one of my favorites. However, I haven't actually used it all that much. Mostly because you generally don't acquire it until really late in the game, and I already have my core team assembled by then. So, I hope it goes far in this challenge. Now, let's see what moves it has. Scratch, Harden, Absorb, and Leer. Awesome. We can work with this. Let's first take out the Weedle. Just a few scratches should be enough to finish it off. And then against Brock, honestly, I think all we have to do is use Absorb. Our special attack isn't great, but Geodude and Onix have such terrible special defense and are quadruply weak to grass-type moves, and we'll be regaining hit points while using it, and we're resistant to most of their attacks, being a rock type. Let's get into it. And sure enough, we absolutely destroy Brock. Alright, that makes me pretty happy. Kabutops is moving on. Unfortunately, Omanyte and Kabuto don't get any moves that would help them get through. If this was an earlier episode, I'd probably have tested them, but we've run through a ton of these. And if you watch many of these runs, I don't think you'd want to bother watching me do them just to watch them obviously fail. Alright, Aerodactyl time. I do not yet know what moves it gets. Unless it gets Bite, though, I don't think we'll stand a chance. Even if we happen to get Supersonic. Well, let's just see what we do actually get. Oh, that's not good. Well, Squirtle and Weedle won't be any problem. Let's just cut straight to Brock. Unfortunately, Aerodactyl doesn't learn any moves at level 6, so we're stuck with Wing Attack. And just Wing Attack. And yeah, we don't even stand a chance against Geodude. I was just talking about Omanyte and Kabuto standing no chance and thus not playing through with them. But here we are. Well, if a Pokemon is a single stage like Aerodactyl or fully evolved like, I don't know, Pidgeot or something, I'll still run through just for a somewhat comprehensive approach, I guess. Anyway, I'm prattling. On our second attempt with Aerodactyl, Geodude used a defense curl a whole bunch of times before using Tackle. Still though, we're lucky to bring it down to 50% health before being knocked out. Ugh. I was really hoping we'd get Bite and make it past Brock. Oh well. Of course, Snorlax is one of the most powerful Pokemon, especially in the first and second generations. Third gen is still really powerful, unless I'm mistaken, but I don't think we'll get the moves needed to get past Brock. Let's see. Ah, shoot. Yeah, just tackling Amnesia. I was afraid of that. It's actually a little worse than I expected. We get past our rival's Charmander and then Sammy's Weedle without any problem, and unfortunately, we don't learn a move at level 6. And as we can see against Brock, we don't stand any chance whatsoever. Amnesia is useless to us since its only effect is to increase special defense, and Tackle's only dealing about 1 damage per hit, while we're knocked out fairly quickly. Sorry, Snorlax fans, but this one's impossible. Time for the birds. I'm both excited and nervous. As I'm pretty sure you can tell, I don't look up the movesets prior to playing these, so I don't know what moves we get. Do we get an Ice-type damaging move? Or are we stuck with something like Peck? Let's see. Yes! We get Powdered Snow! We have a chance. Charmander's no sweat. We just need a couple of gusts to get past it, and then against Sammy's Weedle, 3 gusts. I'm a bit surprised it survived 2, actually. Well, we accepted the calm nature when it's arguably the best for Articuno, increasing our special defense, but it does decrease our attack. Still, I would have expected 2 to take down the Weedle. Oh well. Okay, we do have Powdered Snow, but that doesn't assure us victory. It takes a couple of hits to take down Geodude, and we managed to do so no problem. And against Onix, oh shoot. That's a problem. Okay, this probably won't be very fun. Attempt number 2. We get lucky with a critical hit against Geodude, and then Onix comes out. Oh, it misses a Rock Tomb. This is our chance. But shoot, Powdered Snow is going to be like 3 hits. Oh, Onix missed again. But we don't get a critical hit, so we should be screwed. Or not? Wow. Alright. Well, that was super duper lucky. Wow, okay, cool. And 2 tries. That's actually a pretty huge relief. I was afraid I was going to be sitting here for 10 minutes or more trying to get Articuno through. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's see. Rock Tomb has 80% accuracy. That means 20% chance to miss once. Then 4% chance to miss twice. And less than a 1% chance to miss 3 times in a row. Wow. Well, that's cool. And it just happened to be on Articuno, which could capitalize on that chance. Zapdos, however, will not be able to get through Brock. It may not share Articuno's 4 times weakness to Rock Tomb, but it also doesn't have access to a super effective attack. We can't even use electric type attacks on his Pokemon. Of course, our rival and Sammy are quick and easy, but Brock is just too much for us. Heck, I think Geodude is literally impossible. And you know who does share Articuno's 4 times weakness to Rock Tomb? Moltres. And we can use fire attacks against Brock's Pokemon, but there's no way it'll be enough, especially considering it'll be resisted. Heck, I don't even know what it is yet. Ember? Fire Spin? Let's see. Ember. I'm surprised we get Wing Attack. It's not horrendous, but it's not going to be effective against Geodude or Onix. We get past our rival and Sammy and smoothly make it over to Brock. Geodude misses a couple of tackles. Wow, more accuracy luck. And Geodude then just goes on to use a ton of defense curls and we almost make it through on full health. We might have if I'd used Ember on the first turn. Honestly, though, it doesn't really matter. Sorry if I sound pessimistic, but as you can see, Onix destroys us in a single hit. Let me reiterate. It's not another Articuno case. Ember isn't powdered snow. Or powder snow, rather. We need way more than 3 hits to defeat Onix, and that's not going to happen. Maybe if you tried this a couple thousand times, but I'm not going to do that. But let's talk about Dragonite. Specifically, the moves it has access to. Wrap, Leer, Thunder Wave, and... oh, Twister. Maybe that'll work. Let's see. Of course, our rival's no issue for us. Let's then make our way up. Hold up. Where's that girl who's usually here? I hadn't really thought about it much, and I ran into her during my Moltres playthrough. But I don't think she was there for some of the earlier runs. Does she not appear if certain conditions are met or something? Like, if Oak explains both damaging attacks and stat-altering attacks? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure she's usually there even if he explains both. Huh. I have no clue. Let me know if you have an idea of what determines her presence here. But yeah, Sammy's Weedle is no problem. Though we do get poisoned and become close-ish to fainting at the center, but we're good. Against Brock, it's going to be 4 Twister hits against Geodude. None of our other attacks are going to have any use here. It's going to be Twister all the way. We do make it past Geodude, but then Onix finishes us off quickly with a Rock Tomb. Should I give it another shot or call it? I'll keep trying. I'll give it a few minutes and see if I can get at all close. And I give it a few tries and do end up getting somewhat close, which is kind of encouraging. I'll try a little more. It seems like if Geodude hits us twice, then there's no way we have any chance against Onix. Heck, even when we reach Onix on full health, it defeats us pretty quickly. I believe if it detects that Rock Tomb will finish us off, then that's the move it will use. Otherwise, there's a chance for Tackle and Bind. Oh, then we get this attempt and get so dang close. We are 1 hit away from victory. Ugh. Well, that tells us that it's definitely not impossible, but we definitely need a crap ton of luck. This isn't the most riveting battle on my end by any means. I'm literally just repeatedly tapping 2 buttons. The A button and the reset button. Geodude hits us twice, then we reset. If we faint, we reset. Otherwise, Twister, 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 Twister. Oh, hold up. Whoa, we just won. Hang on. Let's play that back real fast. Okay, Geodude lets us through on full health. Thank you, Defense Curl. And Onix hits us with a Tackle and then Bind. We get a critical hit and then it misses a Rock Tomb. Twister, Onix misses another Rock Tomb. Another Twister, no flinch. And somehow Onix misses yet another Rock Tomb. Hot dang! That was some Articuno level luck. Actually, probably better, considering we had to hit it way more times. Man, that was wild. I know we did a ton of resets, but even still, that required a stupid amount of luck. Well, I'm happy. I honestly didn't think Dragonite would make it through. Unlike Dragonite, Dragonair doesn't have a weakness to Onix's Rock Tomb, so let's give it a quick shot. Looks like we have the same moveset as Dragonite, and our stats are going to be quite a bit lower, though I'm not sure how much lower our special attack is going to be. I wasn't paying that much attention to the stats, but a few twisters do get us through our rival Squirtle. Ah, look! That girl's not here. Where the heck is she? Oh, this mystery's bugging me. I'm pretty sure she was pretty much always there for the earlier runs. I remember being a bit annoyed because I had to frequently talk to her. Now, I'm slightly worried. Did she get lost somewhere? I'm just kidding. But I'm curious why she's not there. Oh, shoot. What the heck did I just do? Oh, I can back out. Okay. How have I never seen this before? I accidentally misclicked. Okay, I'm calm. I can do this. Let's go see Sammy. Sammy and his Weedle are no issue. Okay, let's go pay Brock a visit. Against Brock, we can see we're doing way less damage, unfortunately. But maybe we can make it work. I think, similarly to Dragonite, if we get hit by 2 tackles from Geodude, there's just no way to make it past Onix. I'm also not sure that it's possible to get past Onix from full health. Keep in mind, Geodude doesn't always inflict damage, but Onix does. Assuming that its attacks don't miss, some of these attempts are kind of wild, actually. One time we got 3 flinches in a row. That's the same odds as 3 Rock Tomb misses. Alright. I gave this one an unreasonable number of attempts. I don't think it's impossible, but I think it's so improbable that it would be hard to justify Dragonair getting through. Articuno and Dragonite were extremely lucky, but I think Dragonair would require even more luck than they did. I was hoping to see it get through, but this is where Dragonair's journey ends, at least for now. Okay, the penultimate run. I haven't seen what Mewtwo has access to yet, but I'm pretty sure it'll get confusion. And if that's the case, I'm fairly certain that we can get through. Kadabra did, after all. But let's see how this actually goes. And we do get confusion, which obviously takes care of Charmander pretty quickly. We also get Disable, which we'll probably never actually use. And now I went with a Modest Nature for this Mewtwo. That imposes a decrease in attack for an increase in special attack. Let me know if you think this was a mistake. I was going to opt for a neutral nature, but I had already reset a handful of times and didn't really feel like continuing to do so. Mewtwo is one of those Pokemon who is likely to make use of all of its stats, but we can play around a slightly lower attack stat, I think. Anyway, Weedle's a one-shot. On to Brock. Geodude's going to require a couple of hits. It does a good amount of damage with its tackle, too. But getting past it shouldn't be a problem. We do get knocked out by Onix, though. Onix could be a bit more of a challenge. But on our second attempt, we get past Geodude on full health. Against Onix, we get pretty lucky with its attack selection, and I guess I'm just fairly lucky today. We make it through on our second try. Nice. And man, down to our last Pokemon. That's absolutely crazy to me. I haven't seen our moveset, but I'm pretty sure we only get Pound. And unfortunately, that means that our final contender's probably not getting through. Let us see. Yeah, just Pound. Ugh. Okay, well, we do defeat Charmander. I think that at level 10 we get Transform, which, as we know, doesn't allow us to get through Brock either. Yikes. Well, I'm getting way ahead of myself. Let's go to pound Sammy's Weedle. And against Sammy's Weedle, we get poisoned off the bat. Uh-oh. And, well, there's nothing we can do but pound. And, not sure we're going to win this. We do. But we're literally down to 1 hit point and poisoned. That's kind of crazy. And Brock's Geodude seems to feel pity for this primordial floating pink feline creature using mostly defensive curls. But it's delaying the inevitable. There's sadly no way for us to get through the Geodude, let alone the Onix. Sorry, Mew. You're great, but just not suited for this challenge. And with that, we're done! Done with Brock, that is. At least for a while. Like I said, I may at some point run the Johto and Hoenn Pokemon through the gauntlet, but that'll depend on how much I'm able to actually invest in this series, and that it doesn't drive me absolutely insane. I do plan on continuing with the Kanto Pokemon through the rest of the game though, and I'm super excited for the next chapter where we travel through Mount Moon. As of writing this script, and recording it, I have not yet played through the upcoming section, so I don't know exactly how far it'll go. For instance, will it just be Mount Moon? Will it include Misty? What about the rival? Do I need to get past both of them? Just one? What about Nugget Bridge and the trainers west of Bill's place? I don't know, but if you watch the next episode, you will. Ooh, I'm excited. Hopefully we won't hit a wall where every single species fails. That would suck. But I don't know. I haven't played with any of the Pokemon up to that point. Anyway, let's take a look at how Kanto did against Brock. Out of 151 Pokemon, 49 made it through. One short of 50. That's 32.5%. A dramatic culling of contenders. Crazy. I might put up a statistic video showcasing who made it through and some details, such as how many of each type. It might be interesting. I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching or at least listening to me talk while playing through this game. I hope it was entertaining and educational, inspirational. Well, something good at least. Speaking of good, I hope you go out and do something good, like pick up some trash or make someone smile, go for a run and give someone a friendly hello or something like that. Make the world a better place. And check out some of my other videos that you haven't watched yet. Thanks again, and see ya!